Yeah, I can see him moving.
This time's for real. Are you guys ready? Okay then, begin!
The ultimate battle between God and man! A battle It's time to duel! Let's begin!
May the best man win. I intend to. Venomots! Rule battle!
それでは第9回戦
この発旋部
That was nice. The Blerd Cartel.
All right, sirs. Blerd Cartel Roundtable. We here. Wednesday night. We here to talk about the big three, Dragon Ball Z. Why they got a stronghold over the anime community, and why they can't just pass the torch off to somebody. But maybe that's why they can't. AK Mr. AK here, the peoples. But we promote some of these shows real quick. We got on here. Got the What It Sound Like podcast. It'll be on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Hollywood Sensei, Zell Nobel, myself, Craig is in the building. Also shout out the Comics Call to Action Facebook group. They holding us down, so we're gonna hold them down. Shout out to them. Subscribe, follow them. Also, we talking to the Blerd Syndicate, we're gonna do a little collab with them. So shout out to them, what we got going on with them. Soon enough, that's gonna happen. Other than that, follow Blerd Cartel. We on everything: Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, and Reddit. No, I didn't just read the banner down there. I just know about Heart right now. But what's up? What's up with everybody?
Hello.
What's
Hollywood
up?
Sensei.
My bad, Zono Bell. You know what I mean? What It Sound Like podcast. You just heard my man's Cam let you know what we got going on. Is Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna get into some music, but it's good to be here at the round table. Shout out to all the co-hosts, man.
Yes, sir. I mean, Hollywood Sensei, man, Blerd Cartel. Hit that link tree. It take you everywhere you need to go. I mean, what it sound like tomorrow. And, follow me on TikTok, man, Hollywood_Sensei 215.
What's up, Zuku? What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. I was just sitting here thinking. I was like, man, I'm getting tired of hearing the same music all the time. I wish there was an alternative. And you know what? There is, my boy. You can check me out on Apple Music, Spotify, all platforms. You just go to Anubis Inc. You just type that in, and I got 28 hot tracks sitting there for you right there. You can hear some unique sounds. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't get no beats. I ain't get no grinding beat.
Yeah.
I ain't get no lunchroom table beat.
I got them.
All right, well, hand me him.
Shout out to the Blerd Cartel. This is where you can find me usually. This is where I'm at, and the land of shit posting and anime memes on Facebook. So, let's get it popping. I'm ready.
Monterey Hudson, what's up with you?
What's up? Your boy Monterey Hudson, aka Mr. Drop the Mic, is back again, joining the Blerd Cartel. We got some hot takes. We got some crazy things that's gonna be said. It's gonna be all in love. It's gonna be all in truth. Otherwise, y'all know you can catch me on everything from Blerd Cartel over on 99 Media, even Broke Good Dudes. We are everywhere on YouTube. You can catch me personally on TikTok under the Monterey Hudson you see here. Let's get it.
I'm saying we got a special guest with us. Our first guest. So we got he's a content creator, comedian, author. Got a comic book out, surfing these different concepts out there. Well, we might be at BlerdCon. I don't know, but we'll be there. Check us out at BlerdCon. Go grab some merch. Got a panel with Bay Chan. You know what I'm saying? But we got Lowery in the building. I say, what's up with you, sir?
As
We ain't got no air horns or nothing like that. We ain't popping like that.
long as we got imagination.
Yes, sir.
What's up with you? How you feeling?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Well, I guess I can't only say I'm chilling because it's hot as a mug where I'm at. But as far as I'm feeling good though. I'm living, I'm blessed, and taking it one day at a time. I'm happy to be in y'all village for the one time, kicking it with y'all. So hey, I'm at the round table.
I'm saying hit that central air one time for us.
Halo one time. Sheesh, yeah.
But we're here to talk about how, Dragon Ball, it came out 89. I know most of the people's, the younglings don't know what 89 was back in the day. Nokia, all that, Atari, all that good stuff, the rotary phone. That's when Dragon Ball came out. But then it still has a stronghold on the anime community in 2022. If you've been on Facebook, you've seen snippets of the Dragon Ball superhero movie. It's been out. So, but it's still Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. It's pretty much still the big three still have a stronghold on the anime community. Why can't the new gen take off? Why is there not the face of the anime community for the new gen? Who is the successor for this? It's pretty much Goku and his sons right now. So I need to know something.
So what you classify as a successor? Somebody to just keep the wave going for a super long period of time as well, or
look. If we look at One Piece, it's been up since '89, and Naruto got 3 renditions of whatever, and Bleach is coming back with the 1,000-year Blood War. Just saying, but Del Nobel, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt your thought.
Yeah, I don't think just like dropping episodes for years is what puts people into the big three. I think, well, from my understanding of the big three, is the anime that brought a mass surgence of fans that were not anime fans already. So the way I feel, if you want to look to a new big three or a new person to take that role, you got to look at the most popular anime that's dropping right now. The anime that's bringing in fans that weren't watching anime before. And I think that would be Demon Slayer, man. I think it would be Demon Slayer or My Hero. But I see more Demon Slayer these days from the super little kids who are just now getting into anime and stuff to the old heads who's tapping in. I think Demon Slayer would be the one who is bringing fans,
So would Pokemon not be considered in one of the big threes or because Pokemon been going on for a while too. And one could say Pikachu more popping than Goku. I mean, I'm not saying that, but one could argue.
Well, yeah. Pokemon, Sailor Moon, and Dragon Ball were the technical first one. You know what I mean? That was technically the first wave. But when we named it, it was One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach that was holding it up.
I say that the Pokeball is the most identifiable object, I guess, in anime. But not my man, because my man's Vegeta. But Goku does have a Macy's Day float. I'm just saying.
He do.
In America.
Yeah. So the original big three was based off of manga sales, and it was because they were iconic and they were bringing people in, like Zell was saying, right? So the original big three, we're talking about when they first got the title. We're talking about Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. But the reason why, Pokemon is as iconic, if not more iconic than some of the shows I just named. But it's not big three. But on that note, though, when the topic, we're talking about why don't some of these other shows have the staying power or the effect that Dragon Ball has, I would argue that the symbols aren't as clear. Luffy has a pretty clear symbol now, especially because it's getting a lot more popular in America, with the hat. The hat's a very easily identifiable symbol of One Piece. I don't feel like there is such a easily identifiable symbol in Bleach that everyone knows. In Naruto, it's the headband, but I think because people relate to different factions, it's not as effective. And there's so many different types of headbands. Versus Dragon Ball, it's like here is a Dragon Ball, and then Super Saiyan hair. Bam, that's it. Like, Dragon Ball it really blew up the whole spiky hair craze, and it's too strong. It's just at this point, it's almost like it was the first anime, even though it wasn't, genre defining.
Shout out to Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Monterey, you looking a little shaky there. What
you think, bro?
Go ahead. Don't hold back on here.
I see you.
Let me go and jump in there. So the big three is more of a term that was based more in the popularity of those three anime at the time when they were out. Like just generally at the time when all three of them were running in syndication, they were all majorly more popular, and they were all just putting anime on the map for the Western side of the world, because the only one that had done it up until that point that had really put an anime on the map for us in the West was Dragon Ball. It was nothing bigger than Dragon Ball in the West, and then them three came along with stuff like Sailor Moon and Yu Yu, but they weren't as big. And then those three came along, and at the same time would just push Shonen Jump to just massive popularity, and it was a term that was generally given to them for that. My reasoning why I don't really just consider another big three or something to come about like that is, one, because the accolades that those three anime and even Dragon Ball by extension, those accolades, those moments, those things that those three anime hit and are still hitting, isn't something that current anime is just gonna replicate like that. It's not just, we're not gonna just be able to, this anime is coming and hitting in the West, and especially not in the shonen world, because a lot of the shonen world, the ideas, the concepts are reused a lot. There's a thing, that as shonen things that are happening in all shonen anime. And when the big three first started, extension of Dragon Ball Z, you knew they had a few similarities, but they all had different things about them and different things that would carry them forward. Now, the big three have like grandchildren of their own, and everything almost is attributed back to them. Whether you look at something like Jujutsu Kaisen being inspired by Bleach, just one example or something like that. A lot of them have things come back from there. So you don't really look at the current gen anime as something just new or something just individual or something that's able to hit different kinds of accolades or something special that those three didn't already hit. And then combine that with the fact that in pure popularity, it's not really a new gen anime that's finna overshadow the big three, just in my opinion, in any way. Not in pure popularity, not in longevity-ish, maybe Bleach, because Bleach is the shorter of three, but even still, the popularity of the fan base, I don't think they're gonna hit them like that.
So, okay, yeah, popularity-wise, but they said Attack on Titan is like the number 2 best story, or it's like one of them, like that and Full Metal Alchemist, but ain't none of the big three that never, like story-wise and plot, that never been high-ranking story-wise. So does that take away from it at all? You feel me? Like everybody might like it, but if the story ain't good, you feel me?
Well, I think the lead, like the leader of the new gen, I guess, is Attack on Titan. Came out in 2013. I can't really name another anime that's held its own for 9 years, for the most part, instead of that. But only through just like, hey, we're gonna do this part 1, we're gonna do this part 2. We're going to do this part 1. We're going to do this part 2. Just extending the story more than what it is. Then that's what they're doing. But it's like, I don't know that. But if we're talking story-wise, Naruto should have been ended. That's okay. They could have ended with the first Sasuke and Naruto fight. But they're not. I don't think the regular fan is looking for that for story-wise. One Piece, yeah, because I think they're looking for One Piece for the storyline. I think One Piece actually covers all the bases for the most part.
Yeah, One Piece has a great story. Bleach does not. Bleach's story is segmented and janky, but it's cool. So it's like it doesn't matter. And like Dragon Ball is similar in that sense. Like specifically Dragon Ball Z has a very segmented story. But it's still cool. I think a lot of people that seem to really like Naruto like it because of the story. I don't think it's particularly good personally, but like I get that. Um, so I mean, I feel like in that way, the new gen kind of um makes a name for itself in a way that the old gen doesn't. And I wanted to piggyback off of what Monray was saying earlier. Um, I think one of the big things why the like new gen like My Hero and stuff like that isn't going to make the same kind of waves Dragon Ball did is the difference in like the time technology wise. Like back in the day is like if you were gonna make a video game based off of an anime, what you gonna pick?
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Like there's you're not picking these other shows, right? But nowadays it's like every show, if it's decent, gets a game, but they're all like the same kind of game and they're not particularly good. But Dragon Ball, there were so many people and companies making just Dragon Ball at the time. You know, they've got like probably 100 games. And it's like none of these new gen anime are gonna get that kind of
And it all goes to the Buu Saga and stops. For the most part.
Literally you play the same stuff
copyright.
like 99 times.
Oh, copyright. Oh, one thing I will say that is something that new gen anime and the old gen differ in is new gen do not give that feeling of they're just gonna always keep going. One thing that we rag on the older generation of anime for a lot, even though it's something that just as a whole you can generally appreciate now, is filler. Because a lot of the old gen anime just tend to, even if they needed to take a break to continue the story, they would give you filler. Or they would continue to run their anime in syndication where, okay, we're going to keep watching and we're going to keep interested and we're going to keep waiting for what's going to happen next. And we'll sometimes get something to as a stopgap. But new gen anime don't really do filler. New gen anime, if they want to run this season, they're going to run this season and that's it. And you might have to wait for a year or two for whatever. And you ain't gonna get, you might get a movie in between it, like we wait on Black Clover right now.
You might even wait 6 years. Who knows?
So you might get a movie, you know, like Bleach is a bit of an outlier for their thing, but there was some issues going on with them. But just for example, or like Inuyasha, you can get 3, 4, 5 movies, you know, and we might have to run this thing till you get final act back, but we're gonna put it out there. You're gonna have something to watch. But this new gen, if you ain't
ranking the Kings, you gotta wait 4 years, and that's it.
Jesus Christ!
This 25 episode season, and like we're waiting on My Hero season 6 right now, and the manga is going towards its ending point within a year or so. So it's just like, you know, they don't really do filler. They don't really give you that indication of, hey, we're gonna keep on watching, keep your interest up. It's just like, hey, here it is. This is what we got. You like it? You don't.
Is that really like the people's fault or more the companies that's purchasing the license to distribute? Because I mean, Sony owns dang near everything. So I mean, like, who's to say if these people had independent animators, maybe we'll have more fillers and more things out there. But if it's 2 people that's just pushing all the anime out, then they just picking and choosing which ones they want to show us at the end of the day.
I'm gonna put that on I'm putting that on the companies more, because I can't give you, if we've advanced over the course of 20 years of technology. And the older anime used to keep going without no real issues. They'll keep going. They won't really worry about seasons so much as we just gonna get these arcs out and we just gonna keep going. And nowadays
we gonna bust out these arcs.
Nowadays we split, like I can go an example like Marines 4 went off constantly. They ain't wait too much between waiting on what happened with the whole thing of Ace and stuff like that. We would keep going until that end, but nowadays it's like, well, really, you get this arc, or we're gonna end you right here. Or we might even change up, you know, the story depending on how, you know, stuff going on. No Promise Neverland, Tokyo Ghoul is a perfect example. We might screw up the story. We might change a few things here and there, you know. So that's on the companies because they generally make those decisions. And I understand for money purposes.
I never DM'd myself before, but
you know, it's on companies because if it's on the manga artist, they just like, hey, bro, I'm just here to write it. I'm just here to draw it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what you got?
Me personally, I don't think that we need to struggle to find someone like select and pick an anime that's gonna do that, like that's gonna be as big or as monumental as any of them in the big 3, because like they already like crossed that bridge for us. Like those 3 anime already made that step. Like you don't there's not another first person to do something. Like you're the first person to do this, and that's it. So we keep track of that. We record that down. Everybody else, like, you know what I mean? The new anime, they just pay their tribute. Like they just pay their homage to the ghosts. And that's all I feel they need to do, or I feel that we need to do. I don't think we need to look for a replacement for the big three. I think that we're good. I think they opened up the lane that we can just have so much more anime over here in the western part of the world, and we have so much to pick from now because of them. And I don't think that's ever going to happen again. So I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
So with the stories always, my bad to cut you off, but with the stories always going on, do you think that does more help or harm to the show itself? So like Dragon Ball, for an example, it's like Mugs have a villain that we've never seen before, and this power, we've never seen anything like this before. Just to beat that, get a new power up, just for another villain that we've never seen before, and we don't know how we're gonna do it. You feel me? Like, should they just end it, or do we just keep going? Like, how many more hairstyles can Goku really get before we tired of seeing Goku do the same things?
Listen.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Shout out to Craig coming through. Time man, chime in the way you feel like it. I'm gonna Logan finish his thought.
Yeah,
and a shout out to Universal Debates.
Yeah, all I want to say is I like fighting games, so I want to see as many characters they can come up with. I don't care if it's Bald Goku, Blue, Super Saiyan, Piccolo fused with Vegito. Give it to me, I'll play it. If you make it playable for me, I'll play it, man. And honestly, I like, for me, I view this stuff as pure entertainment. So it's like me having more of something I like is not a bad thing. So like, I don't care how many more forms Goku has. Like, Akira Toriyama can pass it off to somebody else, and as long as the fights are cool, I'm gonna watch them.
I think for at least Naruto, he's at the end of the road, so we don't gotta worry about that anymore. Dragon Ball can write in a new hairstyle whenever they feel like it. They already wrote in plot that Bardock gave Goku plot armor with the wish. So
that's not what they said.
Well,
they didn't say
that's
that.
what they said. That's what they said. Hey, the real question is, did Raditz get the same wish? That's all I want to know. Because he got murked too.
He got the same wish.
Well, he got off. He got off by somebody that got the bigger wish.
He worked for the Prince of All Saiyans. He got to thrive. He got to taste the sunshine.
Raditz didn't get that wish. I'm just saying he got murked, and then okay.
Raditz got the wish. He just fought somebody with the same wish, so they can.
When you fight somebody with the same wish, whatever. That's kind of
weird. You want to be fair, both of them died. Goku got wish.
Wish just not plot.
Yeah.
But screw that. To answer his original.
Fair enough, but and then One Piece, Luffy can only get stronger due to title, I guess.
My boy gonna die, yo. They gonna kill him.
Yeah, they gonna kill him. But he's definitely a dead man. But Luffy gets stronger because he's a Zoan, so he has forms that he can access. So he can access right now. I think he can access 7 different forms or 6. And there's
3 in Gear 4, then 5, and then 2.
And then he's got different variations. Yeah, he's got like the Tank Man and stuff, and
they're all Gear 4 though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I think of them as like Chopper's points now. But like, so theoretically, he could keep coming up with them. Like, if he can, keep breaking the limits of his imagination or whatever, he can keep doing stuff theoretically. But he gonna die.
Bad. I'm gonna go ahead and say it for everybody that's saying it. For Mr. Mose, for his original question, it can hurt or it can help depending on how good the writing is. And so far,
that was the question.
So far for the big 3, the only one that's done good with longevity is One Piece to an extent. Because One Piece story is just written to be long. But these other anime that's stopping and then continuing, like Dragon Ball, I don't know nobody say. Super has cool forms. That's it. The story is that.
Hold on, no, that's not true. That's not true.
The story is trash.
I wasn't a fan of the story either. I know it's a Dragon Ball, when they can't do that, they always revert to a tournament.
Bro, the writing
always go to a tournament to just throw a whole bunch of characters in, no real plot, but let's just have them fight for winning this tournament. But it's really no like You feel me? And then we're gonna explain this backstory of us communicating before we fight in this tournament, and like it's like a wash, rinse, repeat. That's why I rock with Dragon Ball GT. A lot of people don't like GT, but GT was the only Dragon Ball without a tournament in it. Like it was strictly story. The action was weak, but
they martial arts fighters.
Yeah, I think one of the things I think people hold against Dragon Ball is that it's not really about a story progression too much. I think what Dragon Ball really does is introduce a bunch of lore. You know, they introduce a bunch of lore and rules to the world.
Yeah, I like
if you like lore, Dragon Ball has lore for days.
But does it make you mad that they just introduce it and forget about it?
Sometimes.
Like launch? I don't care about launch, bro. No, I do not care about launch.
I don't care about launch.
Okay, right. But here's my thing. It's like I don't care about launch, but the ability to switch between two completely different personalities when she sneezes is interesting, and I wonder if other people are like that in their world.
GT was cold.
Like the only thing that I have a problem, the only thing I got a problem with is not that Super doesn't have some good points about it. It's that fact that a lot of Super is rehashing old concepts and old things from Dragon Ball Z instead of coming up with new story ideas and new concepts. It's just rehashing old ones. I mean, Dragon Ball Superhero, the recent movie, look, I'd rather keep my honest opinion of that to myself, but it ain't good. I'm just gonna say that it ain't good.
Bro, Dragon Ball Super has way better writing than the other Dragon Balls, bro. Like, I'm just sorry, bro.
Hold on. That's a little crazy.
Bro,
that's a little crazy right there.
Once Toriyama stopped drawing, once Toriyama stopped drawing, bro, he got better at writing. I don't know. He got focused on the writing. Every fight from Dragon Ball to
it gotta be a different show.
Dragon Ball Z to GT was about power level. If you had a stronger power level, you win the fight. Like
not GT, baby was taking bodies and finessing folks, but GT don't count though because he didn't write that. So,
okay, Gohan's entire fight in Rise was just power scale. It wasn't about Gohan's gradual progression as a character or any of that. The Cell Saga didn't have no meaning other than power, right? That's all it was.
That's good. That's good.
Whoever power level was highest wins. That's not great writing.
That's in Super. So what's different?
But it's not though.
No, that's not. Super is not like that.
Here we go.
Because technically, Trump's power is higher than
I'll throw this up real quick because it's about to get there.
Look, if it was
true, I'll throw this up real quick. We about to get there.
If it was true, that's another reason.
If it was true,
will argue now that Yamcha can beat Perfect Cell, and they will make it make sense because this is how Dragon Ball works. If you're alive right now, you died back then, you're stronger than anybody from back then.
Yeah, that's whack. That's whack.
Okay, but in the manga,
just about power levels of whoever's stronger.
In the manga, Yamcha was stuffing dudes. I mean, in the anime, he was stuffing dudes in Otherworld, though. Like in the anime, like yeah, he probably can.
That was filler, though. If you talking about when he was fighting with Pycon and all of them,
I'm just saying in the anime he did it. That's all I'm saying. Now everything else around that we can talk about that, but I'm just saying he did that.
Because then people don't take into account like battle smarts and like technique. That's what it's all that power level stuff. It makes no sense. And mothers will argue over like mothers will tell you that these new people can wash Kid Buu, and Kid Buu has a large list of combos and moves and things, different things he can do. Mothers can blow up a planet, come back together, blow up another planet, come back together.
I remember you were talking about Kaba, right? Like people say, how people say Kaba scales higher than Kid Buu. Power level wise, he does.
How though? Because Big Boo didn't do any training until later on in Super, and he was beating characters in Super ass. And Kid Buu whooped that Boo. You feel me? If Kid Buu whooped that Boo, but that Boo whooped somebody in Super, I'm just saying it makes no sense.
Hey, the power level thing is
might have more forms,
right, bro.
He fought base Vegeta in Super.
In all of Dragon Ball.
He's just
like when Goku at base level was fighting Khalifa and Kale at the same time, and he was saucing.
Oh Lord!
Even though they had they had more power than him, and they even fused. And when they fused, and she was about to do her thing, she was like, "Are you?" He was like, he powered up, and She was like, are you sure that's all you want to power up? Like, you not nowhere near my level. And he like,
but it's experience over levels.
You know
That's
what I
what
mean?
Super
But
was
you
about.
forget the
Experience
end
over
of the
levels.
fight. But you forget the end of the fight where he did use a brand new form to beat her.
Bro, when he was powering up that form, that Ultra Instinct form that you're talking about right now, when he was powering it up to getting it stronger and stronger and stronger, he stopped and she said, that's all you're going to power up? Are you sure that's enough? And he's like,
wasn't it a brand new form
just
introduced in that arc?
Her asking him, is that all you're going to power up? Because we know that Ultra Instinct isn't a transformation, it's a technique, it's a skill.
It's a transformation right now.
It's a skill. It's a skill. He can use
now. It's a transformation.
He can use Ultra Instinct in base form, which means it's a skill.
No, he tried to do the skill, and Wiz told him it wasn't good. Right now, it's a transformation until he perfects it and makes it what it's supposed to be.
No, bro.
Hold on. We could go around with this. Let's go around. Is Ultra Instinct a transformation or a skill? Hollywood, we ain't hear from you. I need to hear from you. Is Ultra Instinct a transformation or a skill?
Well, can I just say both and then pass?
Oh, you can. You could.
Like, man.
Craig has been silent, sipping his wine. Is Ultra Instinct a transformation or a skill at this point?
It's a skill.
I
mean, they literally call it a technique. So I don't know how you go from a technique to it being a transformation.
Because Goku uses it like one instead of.
But in the manga, he has it perfected.
You're
just
not yet.
You see the color change.
Literally told him there's other levels to it.
There's other characters that use it without a transformation. So it's like it's a technique.
They've mastered it. You talking about the other angels and the God of Destruction who's mastered? Even Beers hadn't mastered it.
Who mastered the technique?
The angels. And he told him Goku has not mastered it.
Who mastered the technique?
So
all right,
so Goku's mastered the technique yet?
So
as far as I know, Wiz told him you was just on first step one.
I agree with Hollywood. I think it's both. Like it is a technique. And the series they call it a technique, but I also agree with Monray that Goku uses it like a transformation. I think both of those things are true. Especially because Goku is not doing what Whis told him to do right now in the manga. Whis told him to keep trying to use Ultra Instinct and base, and he's not. So, like right now, Goku's still treating it like I have to power up into Ultra Instinct and go into this form to fight. So, like, rather than just consistently using the technique. So I think both of those things are true, and I don't think that they're like impossible to exist together.
I'm gonna let Craig go. Craig,
so my thing is like the question was, is it a technique or is it a transformation?
Oh, y'all talking
about the question.
Does Goku use it as a transformation or does Goku use it as a technique? Ultra Instinct is a technique. It is a skill. I don't understand how we can use it.
So real quick, is Ultra Ego a technique for transformation?
That's a transformation.
That's a transformation.
That's a transformation for right now. My apologies, but for the purposes of the original question, yes, Ultra Instinct is a technique. Goku uses it like a transformation.
All right. Well, back to what I was saying originally. He powers this form up that you want to call it. He powers the form up, and he doesn't exceed her power level. He doesn't get stronger than her during this power up when he stops. She asks, "Why did you stop powering up? Like you're not on my level yet." And he says, "It's good enough. I got this." You know what I mean? And then he outwits her and beats her.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's the new formula for Super, and that's why I think that we're kind of like, I feel like we're just in this like repeating thing where it's like, yeah, Dragon Ball never was good for the story, so we're not seeing that. Like Toriyama is getting better at certain points. Like he started as an artist. Like you know what I mean? Give him some credit. Like he's starting to turn into a writer. He's getting a little better at the writing. Like,
but he had other stories though. We just gravitated to Dragon Ball, like the Dr. Slump and a couple of other joints as well. So,
Land.
Yeah, trial and error, some stuff.
Me and Zell just gonna disagree on that.
Because power levels make no sense at all.
Well,
yeah,
I don't Well, I think power level. I think what Zell's saying is why power levels don't make sense because people keep putting Dragon Ball down to being my number is higher than your number when that's not every fight. Sometimes the skill, the actual ability that you have is the cutting edge in the fight, you know? Like there's a lot of fights that should have ended if it was all about power level. Like
versus Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegito versus Boo is a great example. Like Vegito could destroy Boo. Like he was fucking him up. He could have killed him, but he didn't.
Right. Gohan versus Boo.
Right. You know, and it's like and it's like people want to take the character's personality out. That's like why people are so upset with who Gohan is, but it's like that's Gohan though. You know, it's like the fact that he stopped training, that's what he would do as a character. Like you see Goku ain't stopped training, Vegeta ain't stopped training. It's not because of bad writing, it's because that's who the character is.
That Gohan that fought Boo, that wasn't Gohan. That nigga rolled up to him and said, "No, I ain't trying to beat you. I'm trying to kill you." That ain't Gohan. That's another nigga.
Right.
He strode up crazy on that joint.
Gohan's still savage. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
He turned savage.
He got a dark side.
I thought he was going to turn up a lot more in the Tournament of Power. Personally, like that moment when he saw that picture of the family on the floor, and he had that moment. I'm thinking like, okay, Gohan finna take all humanity out his DNA and finna go crazy. But no, he still was on some self-sacrificing. Let me be the smarts. Really disappointment, bro. I'm not gonna.
I mean, in the manga, he took Kefla out though. So
in the manga.
Yeah,
but that's the true story. They animated
and
adapted it. That's like someone else saying how they think the story should go. But if in the manga he wrote, I got him whooping Kefla, do we give him that dub over Goku knocking Kefla out then?
No.
I mean,
nobody
the manga, they thought Roshi had Ultra Instinct, but just need to hear it right there, I guess.
I mean, if it's a technique, though, who's the technique?
Also, like, I just want to say, like, Gohan did kind of turn up in the Tournament of Power. He was fighting in a laser grid maze that Frieza was making and busting this nigga's ass, and he stomped the dude's arm off. Like, he stomped this man's whole arm off. That's ridiculous.
I want to hear it. If you need assistance from the person that genocide your whole lineage, bro, I'm not
crazy.
Hey, he told Frieza to knock your ass out though if you ain't in the game.
He did.
But Frieza was pumping the whole Saiyan squad when he showed up. Bro literally freed him from hell. First thing he do was gut check Goku, bro. So I want to hear that, bro. Frieza was a whole menace that whole
like a
hour, bro. Like, I want to hear about Gohan being a savage, bro. That's out of here. I want to hear it.
I ain't worried about it.
You're gonna have to talk to final Gohan.
If you look at Gohan,
everything else cool.
Gohan really doesn't have any fighting technique. He one of those I get beat up on the size of my opponent, and I'll just try to use my power to push them out, or I'll just raise my power higher than theirs. But as far as like dodging, like Gohan to take an ass whooping to be like, my body's strong enough to take this ass whooping, but is your body strong enough to take this ass whooping?
Yeah, nobody ever showed him martial arts. You know, Goku trained under a martial arts teacher. Even Vegeta knew like a Saiyan form of martial arts. Gohan literally just learned to be a tank. He literally just got his ass. It's a fact.
Everybody martial arts, bro. Your mama know how to fight. Your daddy know how to fight.
You train Goten.
Yo, you feel me? Yo, stepdaddy know how to fight. Like everybody around you know how to everybody around you know how to fight.
Gohan's version of training.
Bro, he almost got took down by Krillin, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Like I'm not even talking to you, dog. But anyway, like you talking to me, I'm not talking to you. But I'm replying to that comment, like Gohan has been trained by 3 people, but like they not out there doing punches and kicks. They beating his ass. They're blowing this nigga up halfway across the map for like weeks. Like that's training for him. Training for everybody else is push-up montages and shit. Like he not doing that. He's getting fucked up at the last second too.
Masenko.
Right.
That's a move though. He talking like you know how
talking about training.
Defend yourself.
All right.
But in the comments saying Goku trained, he was in a hyperbolic time chamber doing punches and kicks though, but not no real like martial arts form. He knew how to do a blast and some punches and some kicks, but like a real technique is what he's saying. Like Roshi taught them a technique. Tao taught, not Tao, but the Crane Master. What was Tien and Chasu Sensei name?
Oh, my boy. I forgot his name.
Damn, that's one of those tip of the tongue. But he taught them a technique.
Crane on his head.
Style of fighting.
Yeah. And it's like their technique. And it's like Goku, even though he doesn't use them, he has techniques and abilities he can like fall back on. You know, he can start doing after image or John Ken or some shit like Gohan's
or just like, steal your whole fighting style.
If Kamehameha's not working and me trying to hit you with my entire body is not working, there ain't no plan. There's no plan beyond that. Like he's just the way he's trained is completely different.
Facts. You seen when DeBoer pulled up on him, I was like, man, I can't watch this shit no more. Mo was mad watching him fight DeBoer.
Cleanest outfit.
Mari, you had something you want to say?
To go in agreement with their point on Gohan. Gohan was trained by 3 people, sure, but he was trained by those 3 people for maybe the equivalent of 2 years. Like his dad trained him for a year. Piccolo trained him for however long it was before the Saiyans came, and that was when he was a 4 or 5 year old boy.
6 months.
And so that's 6 months. And then you have however long old Kai and the Kai's trained him. And we cannot compare.
Goku, that wasn't training. He sat down.
But I mean, even still, we can't compare 2 years of training over all of Gohan's life to Piccolo's trained all his life. Piccolo was born with instinct of how to fight. We ain't gonna count him. Goku has known all his life how to train. He's trained for years with multiple people. Not only that, his grandfather trained him from birth because Grandpa Gohan started him along the route of martial arts. Not to mention the rest of them be going for that. And then Kais themselves are an entirely different. We can't compare years and years and years and almost lifetimes of training to just Gohan's 2 years. That's not fair. 3 years, same difference. Like that's not fair. We cannot compare 3 years.
What happened to combat experience, bro? Like even if he wasn't training technically, all the fights that this man has had, bro, that should count for something.
What half those fights is him getting his ass beat because their opponents
coming out on top of a random power up.
Like my guy wasn't learning nothing on Namek. He was trying to live.
You saw in the Boo Saga.
Like, I saw Namek. Gohan turned up a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you saw in the Boo Saga.
You feel me? So
you saw in the Boo Saga, Vegeta cursed them out. Just like, yo, what the fuck is you doing?
Exactly. Facts.
I mean, it's not look at it like that. I'll even say, if we take the 3 years he trained, he stopped training for 5 years after the entirety of the Cell Saga. It was about 3 to 5 years. So you can cancel out a lot of that. Then, like you just say he was a kid. So you expecting
weaker when you fought
3 years of knowledge spread around 3 different parts of his life for all of his life, and to have as much experience, knowledge, training, fundamentals, combat experience as Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta. That's just not finna fly. That don't make sense.
I'm pretty sure Krillin has.
My boy Gohan, yo.
I'm pretty sure Krillin has.
Make Gohan great again.
Than Gohan, like, and I mean, he's just that's why he's on his different path, and that's why he's the character that he is. You know, he's one of the most prolific parts about Dragon Ball. Like,
for real,
that Team Gohan hit different.
And Goku wasn't even fighting with him when he was a young boy. Raditz threw him into that whole entire life. Like he was chilling. They was on a massive chill. Like Goku wasn't fighting. He wasn't training for a while. He was chilling with his son.
Does the fact that Gohan when he's fighting Kefla in the manga saying I'm using my human side more than my Saiyan side speak volumes to his character?
Yeah, because he was raised more as a human. Because Goku ain't even really consider himself a Saiyan. Raditz was like, Kakarot, what you doing? My name ain't Kakarot, it's Goku. So he don't even want to really show his Saiyan side any love. So Gohan don't know too much about that for real.
I think he was like, I'm beating on the Saiyan ass right now. Like, this is not my Saiyan side, this is my human side beating the Saiyan.
I'm built different.
And then think about Gohan's experience with the Saiyans. Nappa killed Piccolo in front of him, and then Vegeta showed him no love. Like, the only time he ever got a real sentimental moment from Vegeta is when he saved Vegeta in the Cell games, and Vegeta apologized. It was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, Future Trunks was kind of cool, but even then, that was a weird relationship. So he ain't really got no close quarters with any Saiyans for the most part.
Yeah,
I would say even when Vegeta had that moment before he died, when on Planet Namek, you know what I'm saying? That was a sentimental moment for him too. You feel me? But I feel you on the same pride. You feel me? Like definitely Gohan. That's the reason why I feel like if you look at anybody's dynamic in the show, it's always gonna be like Vegeta and Gohan. Like they don't speak, they have no dialogue with each other. I think that Vegeta looks at Gohan as the most biggest disappointment more than he does Kakarot, because at least Kakarot carries some type of Saiyan traits. With Gohan, it's like, bro, like this ain't the same dude that I saw when you were Super Saiyan 2, bro. That's what pissed him off so much. Was like, bro, how did this half dude, you feel me, pass me up? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you finally got to see him in his Saiyan essence, and now it's like that shit is completely gone. Which is why I'm going back to the whole training shit, because I'm like, everybody around you fight. Your wife fight. Yo, God Pops. You feel me? He fight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around you is a savage, bro. Everybody around you get does, but you want to be this. Let me wear a cape, be Mr. Saiyan Man. It look goofy out here, bro. That shit killing me, bro.
Hey, when they brought Gohan to the island, they was like, "What you want to be when you grow up?" And he said, "An orthopedist." Chi-Chi had that boy planted as a scholar from the jump. So I mean, hey, that's all. Hey, he was gonna be a scholar. So I mean, it's really good character development of him finishing his dreams. You know, Goku want to fight strong people. That's why the story keep going. But yeah, Muz want to be a scholar. Hey, now he married a rich wife and he ain't got to work and he just chilling, studying.
Is that not a trend for the Saiyans, bro? Like none of these dudes work.
Being a scholar for a Saiyan is a lot harder than rumbling a bunch of people. Can I just say that real quick?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, like Bardock was a scientist, so he's being just like his granddad. But but like also it's like we, you know, sometimes we take shows in like the perspective of the main character, you know, and it's like we accept that Dragon Ball is about busting niggas' asses because that's what Goku does. But it's like everything that's happening, Gohan has a better understanding of it than Goku, you know. So it's like everything that we're looking at, like, oh, it's time to fight this guy, or oh, my Saiyan pride, oh, my planet was extincted, I'm mercenaries. Gohan's hearing that and he's like, oh, this was a planet. I'm from a race of people that murdered people and we blew up planets like this one. And these Saiyans came here to kidnap me to go blow up planets. Like he has full, complete understanding of that. Whereas Goku's probably never even thought about that in a straight line. Like,
so, yeah. Hold on real quick. My question would be, I guess we answered the question of why Dragon Ball has lasted longer as it is because of the deeper understanding of looking to a show that is about fighting niggas, that we can find a storyline into it. So that's why it can last so long. One Piece is for foreshadowing and world building and stuff like that. Bleach is, you know, I guess it's for moments, I suppose. And then Naruto is just like,
it's for the rumbles.
Bleach is for an aesthetic.
Naruto failed though in a ninja sense. Like Muz respect Naruto because we grew up with Naruto, and folks are checking on Boruto just to see how the village is running. But in the ninja sense, Naruto failed because they ain't really built up the characters like they were supposed to.
I think niggas stuck with Naruto to see him become Hokage, and then that's it. Like, you did it. I'm done. I don't care about your son.
Yeah, like I feel like people really criticize Dragon Ball's characters, but a lot of Dragon Ball's characters are more interesting than characters in some of these other big three shows. Like almost every side character is more interesting than almost every side character in Bleach.
Wow.
Like almost the entirety of Konoha is boring as fuck, and you do not care what they're doing. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy the ninjas in Konoha. I wish they would have got more shine.
Yeah,
really
right. But that's what I'm saying. They didn't get that. That's what I'm saying.
Do y'all think Kiba was held, bro? Do you think he was held?
Huh?
All of them was hold except
Naruto,
Shikamaru, Sasuke, and like
count them on your hands.
But everybody else got hold.
You can count on both hands, actually.
And then when you out of hands, you know you done. Like,
yeah.
Hashtag Neji and the Byakugan. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, look,
Because the thing was
hashtag Shino Aburame. Stop.
Yeah, Shino, Kiba, and Hinata. You know how sick of a tracking squad that is in a ninja show? They robbed them. You're not getting away from them, really. And
nobody cares, apparently.
Kiba gonna smell you. These bugs gonna catch you.
Bug crawl into your one little bug crawl into your crib while you sleeping at night. Go up into your nose. It's over.
Your shit up. Craig, say that again.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
That's all it was. That's all Team 10 was. We don't care.
Kishimoto would be like,
yo, we got Neji and Rock Lee on the same team.
And that's a cool combo too, because they can do hand to hand. Neji can cover everybody, and Tenten is really a sniper in the ninja world the whole time.
Yo, Tenten's like, I got scrolls, y'all. Shut up.
Tenten's cold. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she ain't
Tenten, she got
justice, but Tenten really cold in the ninja sense.
Yo, you could listen. Tenten versus Tamery. I'm done writing this character. We're gonna do this fight, and then that's it. Just,
I don't get
whatever.
Put two characters that's obviously so like obviously the fan is gonna blow all of the ninja tools. Like, I don't get why.
But the whole time did they rob Tenten? Because if she training under God Sensei, she got to know something with the hands. Like, she has to
apparently not
taijutsu.
That's one of my things.
Lee, like their training has to be centered around taijutsu for the most part. God Sensei don't know how to throw no kunai knives for real.
That's one of my biggest issues with Naruto, because it's like there's no reason why some of their abilities aren't shared. Obviously, like Kekkei Genkai can't be shared, right? But like just doing push-ups, I can open these 8 gates. Like, that's it. I just got to push.
That is also my thing.
I think
with
that's
Tenten. If they're all training under Guy Sensei, and Guy Sensei has a hard on for Lee,
what kind of
at base, you're doing the same workouts at least as Lee is doing, except for the nighttime shit where you're going to sleep because you actually can use your chakra and he can't. Okay, cool. I'm still doing the base workout as Lee is. I should be good at least to the point as base Lee.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Also, if you got scrolls that can just teleport ninja tools in from anywhere, everybody should have this. This will be helpful for every single body. I don't understand. Like, why is that not shared? That makes
you
no
on
sense.
mute, bro. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I know. Y'all making me crack the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah, Naruto didn't really do good in character development in the sense of other people besides Naruto. And then they always went back to that sad ass swing set. Like, they used to piss me off.
With the sad flute. God, bro.
Like,
so shout out to Hiruzen.
Like,
throw that out there.
Yo, that flute really had people thinking like something sad was going on. Like, if you put on any other background music, it would have been cool. You've been all right. You want to swing?
Okay, so since we're talking about Naruto, what's your opinion about Danzo?
I think Danzo is cold. I think Danzo cold. And
Danzo had the right intentions, but he did
one of the
wrong way.
characters I really liked in Naruto. He's probably one of the realest ninja that in Naruto, in my opinion. But
define real.
Like, he was conniving and he was deceitful and he was like a ninja who was trying to like run shit. Like, he was trying to be the head ninja. You know what I mean? So everything that he was doing was in order to build up the village, no matter who he had to rob from, who had to steal secrets from. He did it all, and I thought that was fire.
You been trying to off your childhood partner?
Yeah, bro. If you a ninja, bro, you don't care about none of that.
You going against the Hokage, bro. You
for the greater good of the village, bro. Come on, bro. The greater good of the village. You know what I mean?
Politically, though, the third really didn't do too much politically stuff. Correct.
Whoa.
Politically,
we don't talk bad about Hiruzen.
He cool as a person. Like, I would say what's up to him, but politically, you wouldn't run in the village. But Yamorsu now they ain't really.
What you mean? Sasuke had a loft. Naruto had an Airbnb joint. He had a first and a month check. Come on now, we're not doing this. He did. Let me know when I'm lying. Let me know when I'm lying. That's the point. He's trying to keep the reputation of the fourth Hokage good in the village. It's like, yo, they know.
How though? But they hate
possible,
the
you know what I
son,
mean?
Folks hate him for the same thing his dad helped him with, and Muggs ain't know nothing about they pops.
I don't think
he let Orochimaru go.
I'm pretty sure they get a round table like we're doing now, just like, yo, this is the best form of action. It's like, yeah, you right.
What about Orochimaru? He could have saved so many people by killing Orochimaru early on.
Well, Orochimaru was
that's Jiraiya's fault. That's Jiraiya's bum ass fault.
The third time
here's to let him go.
That was his teacher's fault. What are you doing, Cam? No, teacher.
Here's to let him go.
Jiraiya could have captured him. I'm just saying, you know, that's your man, that's your teacher.
I blame the parents.
So, the guy who had no choice but let Danzo end Uchiha Rebellion that was under his mark, mistreatment of the fourth Hokage's son that was under his mark, his own murderer coming back to take over and destroy the village. He let him go years before.
The worst Hokage.
But,
whoa, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Was he not the worst Hokage?
I might call
we got Tsunade is a we got Kakashi. It's a couple of
boy ain't no weight, boy. Boy ain't no weight, boy. Boy ain't no weight, boy. Boy ain't no weight, boy.
We're not doing Minato having one day at a job and dying and saying he was top notch. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I mean, we can
take away.
He had one day.
He took away 2 premier threats to his entire village.
Look what all the shit that happened under Saratobi's Monray. He said it already. Like,
what you mean? It's a good. It's you know, it's a necessary evil. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Haru's is the best Hokage. We're not doing this.
Haru's let that evil stay in the background.
He ain't do Naruto right. Had my man in that studio apartment. Like, come on, bro. Like,
and who else had a studio apartment? He had he had a bando or something. He had a nice little apartment. He let the milk go crazy. He let the
he had a trap
ramen.
Bro, they gave Naruto wick, bro. Come on now.
Right.
That boy, all he survived on was ramen, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, name another ninja that had a first in the month check. I'll wait.
Yo.
Choji.
Didn't Saratobi, didn't he make
Choji had parents. What are we talking about?
Didn't he like create a lot of jutsu or something like that?
Saratobi, they say he's like the avatar of the Naruto verse. He can use all.
He was the strongest Kage at his time. And we saw the third. We saw A. A was there in the Jones. He was stronger than A.
There was no well-written woman in that entire series. So Tsunade the worst Hokage, man. Come on.
Yeah, Tsunade made no sense. When they first brought her in, she was scared of blood, but she was a medical ninja. How does that make sense?
Because of the trauma that happened with her fiance.
Boo.
Wow, not Dan. We're not talking bad about Dan.
Monray, why did you write this story? Boo.
I ain't write that. I'm telling you what Kishimoto put in there. He's like,
God damn.
The trauma of her fiance who died and her little brother.
Listen, I don't think Tsunade was the worst of the worst. I think Kakashi was the worst because he was the filler. He just like, I'm the in-between Kage.
He didn't want that job anyway, so he don't count.
He got that shit by default.
Hey, he's a 6. He
but I think Kakashi was a good fit though.
He was
because he done played both sides of the coin. He done been in the Anbu route and been in the front field with the mask.
What did he do that was significant though? That's the question.
Nothing. Actually, Kakashi could have been a 5th.
Naruto. The village would look like in Boruto.
Because he passed the torch, you saying he did something significant?
You said what?
He made it good for Naruto. Like he passed it on to Naruto after he fixed up the village.
Yeah, he built it up. They got trains and stuff in there.
It was just construction. What are you talking about?
That's
the people. That's the
they
people.
Got cell phones.
But you look at that blueprint. She's talking about technology.
Kakashi was not in the field hammering shit, bro. Come on, now.
He was conducting orders and he was keeping the peace. He's not doing nothing shy. Because you got to think
he in the paperwork. He's doing paperwork.
Yeah, in a political sense, how much stuff was going on in the shadows. The third had Danzo, so there was all that stuff going on. He done seen both sides of the coin, so he can handle stuff going on in the shadows and be a face for the people.
Hey.
Theoretically.
Kakashi got his position because they felt bad for driving his dad to suicide. That's it. He got that. They were like,
he put in work doing that. We ain't gonna play him like that.
Kakashi a genius, low key, high key.
Yes, high key.
Amongst fear Kakashi amongst the lands too. So you know what I mean? Villages stay away from the elite village. Oh, Kakashi the copy ninja. They don't know he ain't got a Sharingan gun no more, but it was ninja scared of Kakashi.
Because them Mist motherfuckers ran in there and dropped his ass. So I don't know.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
Damn.
Look, they'll introduce somebody.
Value. Kakashi put a lot of fear in these ninjas' hearts out there.
He did. Yo,
Kabuto knew about
He had
him.
a
Kabuto knew
reputation.
about him. Like,
He had
these
a
are Beetle Book ninjas.
he had a reputation.
I feel like he had a reputation with weak ninja, but like
Zabuza
strong
was top tier.
Zabuza was a beast.
Zabuza is not top tier.
I don't remember
At
any
the
of the.
time he was.
I don't remember none of the
Time,
Koski be like, hey, bro,
Zabuza's
I don't think we
regular
should
as
run into
fuck.
Village today because of
Yeah,
Kakashi. I
the
don't remember that.
legendary. He was one of the legendary swordsmen.
This nigga was regular as fuck.
Listen, we're not gonna act like Water Prison is not the best jutsu in the show. At least top 10.
I mean, for duration,
You just die. You can't get out of it. You just
Why did
dead.
people get out of that?
People, yeah.
Who?
I don't think nobody died.
What's his name? Kasame did that to a guy in his whole crew. So I mean, it is pretty.
They
top
all
tier.
got out.
No, he didn't. They wait for guy had to go gate
had to
gate
open up
7
the
just to be
gates.
like.
It's up
And that was a 20% close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
have to keep
facts.
the manga again.
Yeah. Show them scans.
This sounds like
I
some
can't hold
revisionist
Kakashi,
history.
though. Kakashi, I can't hold
Yeah,
Kakashi.
bro.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, as cold as people will say Guy Sensei is, that means you got to put Kakashi above that. Since Guy look at Kakashi like that.
Yep. Yo, we will meet a brand new crazy villain, and he'd be like, "Oh, Kakashi, the copy ninja." Like,
Right? Didn't Pain acknowledge him? Did Pain know him?
Pain knew who he was.
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, you're Kakashi, the copy guy. Oh shit. All right.
And Pain did better than bum ass Jiraiya, so that's neither here nor there. I didn't know why I said that. But.
Yeah.
What?
We all stand.
So we don't fuck. Listen, we don't fuck with Jiraiya around here.
This is every
Come
week.
on,
We
man.
go through this every
Why
week.
is Jiraiya born?
Hold on. So because Naruto wanted to train, your man said, "I'm horny, so I ain't trying to train. I'm trying to keep it on these jaws. I see that pocketbook for a frog money you got there. Let me get some of that." And he spent all his money trying to get with Johns. He's a fucking bum. Take his water balloon.
Okay, so we were
Come
just
on.
talking about Kakashi. When they were showing the flashbacks, Kakashi really never trained Naruto, and Jiraiya said,
Oh, he trained Sasuke. What?
Yeah, but I'm saying he was
Definitely trained him.
the only
Oh.
Naruto only know like 3 jutsus. He taught himself the Shadow Clone and the Sexy Jutsu, and then you got 50 different Rasengans that Jiraiya taught him. Well, the original, but
Whoa,
He
no,
didn't teach him
take
all
this
the
water.
Rasengan.
Yo, take this water balloon because I'm horny.
He learned how to
Come
do
on,
that shit
dog.
on his
Jiraiya was
own.
talking to Kakashi over some real stuff. Like, these Akatsuki members is after Naruto. I need to take him under my wing and really show him how to do this thing.
And Kakashi said, "You do what you got to do."
Not only that,
Man,
he taught Naruto the Rasengan, and that's it. And he didn't even teach
Summon
him how to
He
do
was teaching
it.
that.
Summon
He was teaching that.
ninjutsu and
No,
taught him how
he
to
taught
push
summon
his
ninjutsu.
fox
The
chakra
thing
out.
about-
That's how he beat Gaara. Turned
Like,
the
yeah, to
big
be
frog
fair.
into the 9 tails, which whooped on Shikaku.
SpongeBob and Patrick
That's
taught
true.
my boy Squidward how to blow better bubbles better than Jiraiya taught Naruto how to do the Rasengan.
Also,
That's
also,
a fact.
I got
And
That's a
to
fact.
Naruto actually got love
First you do
from
this,
Jiraiya,
then you
a
do
real
this, then you
godfather
bring it
love.
around town. He didn't do none of that. He
I
said,
gotta-
all right, go ahead, bro.
Hold on.
Jiraiya said, "Watch this.
Not,
Now do it."
not to burst your bubble, but your man Kakashi taught Naruto the nature training. You know, I could do Rasengan too. I could have taught you, but I didn't feel like it.
I gotta say,
You know what I'm saying?
The nature training. You told me when he sent them
I
over to
just-
Asuma to teach
I
about
just-
the Rasengan.
No, the
He
nature
didn't
training
go
is just
from
like, yo, you got wind jitsu, so do this. I'm gonna help you out with this a little
that's the
bit.
class.
You know, I
We're
get
supposed to learn
Even
that
the
at
frogs,
the
even the
academy.
frogs.
I'm talking about a
were,
real. This is his
The
sensei.
frogs was
That's
in
all
there.
I'm saying. Kakashi, his sensei, he didn't really teach him nothing for real. And that same nature training, he sent him to another sensei to learn how to do all that.
Hey, as long as I'm on Blerd Cartel, fuck Jiraiya. That's point blank. I'm sorry.
Jiraiya, a
So,
legend out here.
Oh,
I just
he's-
I gotta
not gonna
say,
do that. We not
I
gonna
gotta say,
that.
I got the scan also. Neji bust that water prison. By
That,
the way.
thank you.
He definitely did that, and I'm looking at the scan right now. So
why you wasting? He did all this time to look at the scan.
I don't think you guys are a credible
Appreciate you,
source of
I-Tie,
Naruto
my guy.
information. Is what I'm saying.
Damn. You gonna discredit your own show? That's what I'm talking about.
Kakashi was. We said Nagato knew who he was, so that count then.
Yo, shout out to Kakashi. Itachi knew what he was.
Kakashi more of a
I
legend.
mean, he trained under, or he supervised Itachi, so that's a feel me.
Kakashi more, but
yeah, I didn't like how the teachers played favorites in Naruto. And looking back, that's something that I didn't agree with.
So Kakashi was like, "Yo, I think it'd be dope if you to learn Chidori. Naruto, do what you want. Sakura, you're not in this show no more. Fuck
Sakura, we'll find somebody for you. Like
next season.
Train under Tsunade. Oh, she's better than me.
Kakashi ain't even teach Sasuke what he really should have known. He was in the group with Obito and then led his older brother into Anbu. And I guess granted, Anbu is top secret business, but still, you've been around a lot more of my family members than I have, and I don't know shit.
Teach me some of they shit.
Kakashi was like,
copy ninja.
Kakashi was like, and here's how you make lightning. Should I tell him about what happened with his brother and the backstory and everything? Nah.
I could do that, but I'm not.
They did have a somewhat moment like that, bro, when my boy Sasuke was like, you don't know what it's like, bro, to go come from where I come from. And then Kakashi was like, everything that you just said, I've been through that already. You feel me? So I feel like, so I feel like that kind of that's why he gravitated towards Sasuke. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Kakashi was in the squad with Naruto Pops, though.
Man.
You trained under my Pops, fam.
Yes.
Nah, that man went to
But did they have, like,
Sasuke
when you watch the story, did they ever have a moment where you was like, oh, like, that was certain teachers wasn't a good teacher or a good fit for that character? Like, do you feel like they vibed like that? Do you feel like he really had enough time to...
Itachi vibed with him, just like, listen,
Minato was
we come after Jinchuriki's. Oh.
Minato was directly mentoring Kakashi into being the new leader of his squad, and he was trying to teach him
but
good
they was
behavior.
butting heads the whole time.
No, he was butting heads with Obito.
And Kakashi.
He was butting heads with Minato too.
Yeah, Kakashi was a rebel. He was cutting up
he's a young boy, but he still was.
When he humbled himself, though.
They had a good relationship. That was what I'm saying.
It took his homie dying, but better late than never.
Allegedly died.
It was cool, but
allegedly.
Real quick before you in time, we all see the direction of One Piece going. We talked about the other two. We talked about Dragon Ball. So where's the direction of One Piece? Where y'all think it's going?
Nobody knows.
I don't know.
Nobody knows. That's the simple answer I can give you.
This is a prediction. A prediction.
Nobody knows.
The same way. I don't know where Mo Lowery hairline is, bro. I don't know where that shit.
Wow.
I don't know where that shit going, bro.
If you look like the person that's standing next to the grill but ain't barbecued all day.
Yeah. Hey, just put a burger on this mug for me.
Put that spatula down.
Yo. I have no idea where One Piece is going. Man. One Piece is a journey, and honestly, with them about to hit the open seas again, there is no telling what's gonna happen.
All right, look, can I give my little this I'm cooking up, you know what I mean? My bad, I'm a One Piece fan, you know what I mean? So
grab a plate from Craig, apparently. So let's go.
So like we're gonna talk to the admiral's coming in. Everybody all scared. Oh, the admiral's coming to Wano. He's just coming to talk to Joy Boy. You know what I mean? He's just gonna come in. We want to see what Joy Boy about. That's it. You know what I mean? Just be a little conversation. You feel me? All right. Then after that, we're gonna see what's going on with Boa, because Boa Hancock, that's my shorty. But she about to get jumped by Kobe and Fujitora right now. So I gotta see what's going on with that. What's my boy Ace Sabo? My boy Sabo, he's getting captured by the government. So we gonna have to break that man out. You know what I mean? Like we gotta get there.
Yeah, the rebel army was attacked by Blackbeard's crew.
Yeah, and Dragon dipped like he's scared or so. Is Dragon strong? Never mind. So we got the
predictions only. Predictions only.
We got all the kings of the world meeting at Mary Joie. Like, I mean, they're having the revelry right now. Then we see characters being revealed to be slaves. Like, there's no telling where One Piece is going right now. One Piece is like some shit is happening.
We got to get to the land of the giants. So when we get to the land of the giants,
you know who about to be right?
I know Green Bull's about to bust some ass. I know that.
How you do? What's your prediction?
Listen, man, my prediction is after they reveal my boy Bucky as the Emperor, You know, y'all gonna put some respect on his name. That's all.
All right,
That's
if
a
Buggy
fact.
does become the emperor, which he probably will be, it's like if Usopp became the
My
emperor.
boy
You know what I
Buggy,
mean?
y'all gonna
Yeah.
put some respect on Buggy
Yeah,
name.
except like okay, Usopp's clouded up though.
Yeah, God
So
Usopp.
like,
I
yeah,
know what I'm
you know what
talking
I'm
about.
saying? Buggy clouded up too.
I know what I'm talking about. See?
Yeah, you know, you know, Buggy out here. Okay, he broke out of Impel Down. That's
Yes, he did.
yeah, that ain't small.
Right.
Monray Hudson, what do you got for predictions?
The only prediction I give is the same prediction I have always given: is that eventually Blackbeard is going to side with the Marines in a full-scale Marines 4-2 against the combined forces of Luffy and all of the people he's met over the course of his adventure, which will include Kid, Law, and many people from the earlier in his adventures, probably the leftover of the Whitebeard pirates, and it's just going to be a full-scale Marines 4-2 at Laugh Tale. That's what my prediction always has been. That's what it's going to stay.
Fair enough. That's saying we're gonna wrap this joint up real quick.
Can I
Lowery,
say
appreciate
something?
you coming on. Well, go ahead.
So what can we do as a unit and as a community to start bringing up more stories that we have? Because I ain't gonna stun at the end of the day, even though we've been supporting all these mangas and animes, they really don't rock with our culture. Like I done got in countless of trouble talking about some of their stuff. Other people done got in countless of trouble. Other people really don't. They don't respect us or appreciate the amount of support we give them. They just like the dollar that we bring them. You feel me? And then it's kind of hard for other stories and stuff to get up because these things are always the topic of discussion, but they don't really represent us for real, right? Like, I mean, yeah, Naruto did good with the Cloud Village, but for the longest, Dragon Ball, all we had was Mr. Popo. And then even then, we got to kind of find characters to attach ourselves to. You feel me? Like, mother, yeah, we got Piccolo. Piccolo Green, you don't look like us. We just ain't got a lot of a selection, so we got to find somebody. You feel me?
I don't know. I feel like New Gen definitely has stepped up in the black, the black category. You know what I mean? We have a lot of like, if not actual black characters, they're definitely melanated characters. You know what I'm saying? We got some of those even in Bleach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it depends on, I don't know, it depends on how you feel about how much representation you want. You know what I'm saying?
How much do we feel that we need is compared to the
support I was going to transition to how you feel about your comic. How's that popping up?
Oh, it's actually doing well. It's the independent grind is tough. These Rangers I got in my background are my parody Rangers I have in my next issue. I'm gonna be a Green Ranger. So I'm gonna do a little Power Ranger stuff in my issue, but yeah, my stuff is pretty good. And then as I've been doing my writing and creating, I've also noticed there's a lot of other stories of people creating that have great artwork and great lore and great stories. They just really don't have people supporting them too much because, change is hard. Like in every genre, people are really not used to nothing new. Even if you look in Marvel or DC, we still got new Hulk stories, a new Thor, a new Superman, and they've been out for ages. So when another
no new Blue Marvel or Storm or anything like that, Black Panther's gonna get his.
Yeah, well, to answer your, it's like why we gotta put black in front of it? Like why can't we just have? You feel me? It's just a solid lane for us. We really don't got one, but yet we build all these other lanes up and add the flavor to their stuff, but we ain't really got a solid unit of our own.
I mean, we got Afro Samurai. What's the other samurai dude that came out?
Come on, Craig. Come on now.
Hold on, I'm just saying.
Come on now.
That's all I'm saying. What's the other?
We had Yasuke and everybody shitting on it, including me.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't.
I mean,
who watched Cannon Busters past 5 episodes?
Facts.
Okay, so now, but what you're talking about is you're not talking about a lack of representation. You're talking about a lack of quality.
I don't think that
there's still good ones out there. It's just for me, like who I guess.
I feel like to answer the question, I think that we need to move into newer forms of media. Because I feel like everybody wants to make a comic, everyone wants to make et cetera, but comic sales have been falling for years. So it's like you're trying to get some people to buy into a dying media, right? And that's a lot harder than say like making something that's on wave like a video game or like a webtoon is more on wave than a comic because people can get it. The delivery is different. But I also don't necessarily think it's a quality thing. And this is just because from my stance, I feel like a lot of people are so used to looking down on black things, even black people, that we just do. Like, cause like honestly, a lot of the anime that people like is garbage. Like a lot of the anime sucks. Like there's rape animes and all kinds of shit people like that's literal garbage. But then people be like, oh, Yasuke sucks because there's robots. It's like, what? There's robots in every fucking anime you watch, even anime that aren't supposed to have robots. Like so, and like I feel like people sometimes like are too harsh on the media for being what it is. And I feel like us being black just adds that up more. Like, especially because it's like if you shit on your own shit, then why are other people gonna pick it up and like it? You know, nobody's gonna want to watch Cannon Busters if every black person they know is like, this is unwatchable garbage. You know what I'm saying?
If it's bad, it's bad. Unfortunately, I mean that's all I can really say.
But you still like Marvel movies.
Yeah,
I don't like all the Marvel movies. I still ain't watching Turtles. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is trash. All the Thor movies is trash. For the most part, I mean.
Did you watch the whole thing? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes.
You didn't watch all
I paid my ticket.
But you didn't watch all the Cannon Busters?
I can't. Well, unfortunately, the Marvel movies are not episodic shows. Moon Knight was trash. I didn't finish that, and I'm not gonna watch Ms. Marvel because I know it's gonna be bad.
Wow.
But
whoa. See, hold on.
See,
this is the part of the problem. See, when you all how is Miss Marvel gonna be bad just because she's because she's I see what you tried there. I see what you tried there. Every other one, you give every other one a try. You're not going to give the one person of color who has their own Marvel series a try.
Oh, was Midnight a person of color, or he's not? I'm very confused. Was Midnight a person of color?
Oscar Isaac. He doesn't ring. Person of color.
Is he a person of color? Which that's what she said. I'm
saying personally, I don't think so. Oscar Isaac sounds very white to me. All right, so
but is he a person of color?
I don't.
Midnight is bad. I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. Moon Knight. Moon Knight is bad, and he is a person of color.
Is he a person of color? Oscar Isaac
is good.
I like
is he not?
Is he?
Like, go ahead, Craig. I'll
okay, because y'all, yeah. Anyways, so I want to say, like, to caveat to capitalize off of what Itai Zuku said. I think another part of that issue is the escapism of anime. You know what I mean? Like, representation is important, but a lot of that is when we put representation, real life issues that really make us black, really make us who we are into an anime. A lot of people have an issue with that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be faced with my own real reality, you know what I'm saying, into a show that I'm looking for escapism, where I don't want to be forced to face those type of troubles. You feel what I'm saying? As much as I personally connect to those stories, you know what I mean? You got stories like Baki where they build up the black character really, really well, then they trash them. You know what I mean? Like the history, they give respect to the black people, and then they trash them and pee on the character and all types of stuff. So I respect what Mo Larry's saying, but I do also understand the duality of how do you do escapism and do, you know, representation both at the same time when you black? Because it's kind of like we can't be separated from our own trauma without losing our identity.
So what you're saying is Black Panther can't carry the mantle throughout black media.
No, there's like series and there's like movies that like incorporate black people like back in time, and they don't allude to like racism and shit like that. Like they don't allude to like you having to like get past the suppression. They just have like black characters and shit like that. Like
I saw somebody on TikTok shit on Young Justice because it didn't represent black women well.
Yeah, but I see at the end of the day,
and in the latest season.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like if you want black art to be elevated, you have to buy it. I mean, you know, it's like I buy stuff from black artists all the time, and all of it's not super high quality. Some of it is. All of it's not the best writing. Some of it is, but I buy it because I want to see black art elevated. So if that's what you want to see, then you have to pay for it. Well, you know, we're gonna have to root through the things that aren't that great to give people the funding to make the things that are amazing. Like
Facts.
that's just we just have to. That's just
Shout out
there's
to
no-
my boy
How
Otis.
do we
He's
get
coming
people
out with a comment.
comfortable of like actually wanting to just comfortable, I guess, because like how think how many artists out there will just draw a picture of Goku, but then be afraid to draw a picture of something of just an original piece because people might not rock with it, or you feel me? It's like mugs keep drawing characters that we done seen plenty of pictures of, but they're not comfortable enough to draw original piece of their imagination or their creativity because they feel like, well, it won't get that much buzz or I might get hated. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
black people are marginalized, like we are, and it's going to that's an uphill battle, and is still an uphill battle when it comes to music, when it comes to art, when it comes to TV, like when it comes to anything, and you're talking about black people.
Yeah, when it comes to living in general,
it's hard. It's hard for black people, but there's also a lot of black people who cry and want representation and inclusion, but they've never looked at a indie comic in their life. Like they never thought to like search black comic book characters and do or black comic creators and go or go to a comic book store and pick up they're on the Superman. They on the things that they know.
Let's keep it a beam. We talking about just independent black artists doing, comics. They own comics. Shit, even in Marvel and DC, we got so many black characters we ain't even heard of. So even those characters are being dug out. Like people didn't even know Luke Cage. A lot of people didn't even know Luke Cage until the show came out. And that's like one of the most well-known black characters in Marvel. So it's like, you get what I'm saying? True. It's all how the world views black on a character. It's like we don't really gravitate towards it.
I did want to ask this question. Was Avatar and Korra representation for not just black people, but just a different minority?
I guess.
Western cartoons and stuff these days, like within the last like couple decade and like a half, they've been doing a way better job of like inclusion and representation. But
not everybody looking like Kwame or Vince LaSalle for the most part. Just like, hey, we're gonna put a little spice on these black characters.
Yeah,
Crazy. Shout out to Crazy Creek and all that shit.
I really credit Justice League for that. Because a lot of the characters in Justice League have a very ambiguous look, especially in the lighting. It's like there's a lot of characters where it's like, are they black or are they not? Probably the most popular and famous of them is Lex Luthor. But there's a lot of characters that are his exact skin tone in Justice League, and I really like
Luthor.
But yeah, I mean. And even more so than just like comics and cartoons, right? It's like we have to buy books and movies and all those things. We have to pay for some music, because like we want black art to be elevated. You got to listen to something that you don't usually listen to. Go listen to jazz. Jazz is black art, but people ain't out here listening to jazz super heavy no more. But why not? You like black people, you pro-black, you want to support all the black culture, then support that shit,
Well, don't you think that a part of, do you feel like, okay, I don't want this conversation to stretch too far, but do y'all feel like a part of that is that we've been what is it called? Not industrialized, but
institutionalized.
Not institutionalized. Conditioned, but that's not the word, but you get what I'm saying. Indoctrinate, my brother. You do it. We here with it today. I see that.
He put the chest pump and everything.
I feel like we a little too. Like I feel like I've had this conversation a lot. You go to the black barbershop. Like there's a loss of how we treat our culture in comparison to how our ancestors did. You get what I'm saying? There's a loss of respect for it as well. I mean, we talking about even just Black History Month. How do we celebrate that? Or do we celebrate that? Or do we just watch, old movies and talk about, how Ice Cube or how this person survived a horror movie? You get what I'm saying? So
you watch Roots and hope for the best. That's it.
Yeah, I don't
celebrate it.
Sorry, I ain't trying to break you up, but I'm just saying we're talking about how do we elevate something where I feel like eternally, emotionally for a lot of black people, we not elevated right now, period. You know what I'm saying? So before we can even try to promote and do business and stuff like that, there's a lot of healing, a lot of respect, and a lot of self-reflection, a lot of all that stuff that we need to do as a community to get better before we start doing all those things.
For Black History Month in general, for me, it's just a lot of trauma. They try to procreate as a triumph. So you see Martin Luther King, but they won't mention Malcolm X. You'll see, you won't see any flags of no sort. You won't see any businesses promoting Black History Month. You won't see anything like that. Even if I watch a program like WWE, don't put The Rock's dad, who is Black, and his mom is Samoan, but they'll represent his Samoan heritage for the most part 11 months out the year. And he'll be Black for just February. That's it. They choose how to marginalize Black History Month the way they want to. And we're in June, we're in Pride Month, and you see all the colors for Pride Month because it's a business for them, and that's how you get business out there. Just like, hey, we're gonna go through something that's not so much as a race or a gender, because gender's fluid right now. So just like, we're gonna put this flag out, all these colors, it's all merry, it's all everything. Y'all get a parade and all that other stuff. That's it, and we're gonna promote a business to it, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be. Everybody will get the same treatment. Right. When it's Black History Month, there's no flag. There's just trauma and just like, oh, just get over slavery. There's no monetization of anything. We're going to monetize off your trauma. But we'll give you these Juneteenth napkins, I guess. Well, and you just got to deal with it. I mean, I'm just saying, black people are the most influentialized race on the planet with the least amount of get back. So we're just waitresses and waiters to the modern day community with no tips. So I'll just say that. Take it how you want. I mean,
I think a lot of that has to do with the way that we treat our own culture, though. Like,
that too.
I feel like up until, at least for our age group, it didn't become popular to be pro-Black until like 10 years ago. If even that. And that's when we started seeing, Black girl magic and all this stuff in response to police killings and things like that. But at the same time, I think that we allow people that aren't Black or that don't really represent our ideals to be pushing the idea. I also think that we're stuck on this idea of, which is something the LGBT community did amazingly, but we're stuck on this idea of there being like a singular Black identity, and there's not. Like a lot of people see like you still see posts all the time that's like, oh, Black people do this, all Black people do that, we all talk this way or look that way, and it's like
multi-dimensional,
right? And it's like, that's not indicative of like real Black people, real Black culture at all. Especially like one thing I think people don't demand enough is like different color representation, because like really Black people can look like anything, and we all know Black people of any kind of shade from the darkest dark to the lightest light.
Nice.
And,
shout out to Atlanta,
and we have to celebrate
with their
that.
episode.
We have to not be like light-skinned nigga, dark-skinned nigga, and start celebrating all of it as the spectrum, which is what LGBT.
Yeah, shut that shit up. My bad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like Zell's like, I'm tired of being called a light-skinned nigga.
I'm tired of it, goddamn it.
Yeah. My last weigh in on that. My last weigh in on that was just to answer Mo Larry's question was, we gotta do shit like this. We gotta do podcasts. You know what I mean? We gotta do all the things that, Blerd Con, all that stuff that's specifically for us. That is the small, like, everybody got their own little small groups. Like, yeah, like you just said, like there's the Black population, then you got these small groups that's tuned into these same things. Unfortunately, being a nerd, you are a minority. You know what I'm saying? Just being a nerd, you are a minority. Feel me? So you can't expect this large amount of reaction when you already a part of a minority group. You feel me? Especially like now being a Black nerd is kind of a thing, blurred. You feel me? Now it's a thing where it's like it's popular. But a lot of us, majority of us come from when this wasn't something that we talked about. It wasn't like it was a thing. It was just something that just fell into our lap that we end up loving. Feel what I'm saying? Even this right here, even this group right here that I'm a part of, I didn't know this existed. You feel me? Like I was looking to see if I could be a part of a group. Like, wow, it's more of me. You feel me? So you just gotta tune in to what people, you know, to the people that's tuned in, what you tuned into, and capitalize off the people that like what you like. You know what I mean? Hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it trends. You know what I'm saying? But you can't expect a lot of people who are either not on your wave or you know what I'm saying, they are into other different things to be, you know, just giving you all of their attention and all that stuff when we're already part of a minority group, is my point.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Lowery, what you got going on? You've been rocking with us for right now 90 minutes. I mean, what you got going on? Hopefully you enjoyed your experience with us.
Yeah, man, it was definitely a pleasure. You know, they say iron sharp as iron, and there was some great conversations amongst y'all. And hey, I enjoyed myself, man. I thank y'all for having me on here. It's definitely been a pleasure. I love the content y'all go to. The debate. I'm not gonna. If I was the person that argued in the comment sections, I'd definitely be in the comment sections a lot. But y'all be posting some crazy debates, and I'll be reading some comments and get the no, man, this team will beat that team, but get the. I ain't finna take myself down that rabbit hole, but I might make one of them burner accounts and go crazy in the comments. And I'm thinking about it, but
we need a burner account.
Yeah, I might have to make a burner account and start arguing in the comments. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for having me. This was some great constructive conversation, and I definitely enjoyed myself.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on. I can't wait to see the quarry. Yeah, when you live streaming that, I need a part 5 of that. So.
Oh, it's all with. I beat that game yesterday.
Oh well, shit. Run it up then, you know.
I got a few questions. Hey, Lowery, what's up with the asthma bit, bro, that you do when you on video? What's up with that, bro? What's up with it, bro?
So I talk real fast, and then that's how I gotta kind of like space myself out. Like, okay. Together. Let me hit the inhaler real quick so I get a quick reset, take a breath, and continue the conversation. But yeah,
you know, motherfuckers really think you got asthma. Hey, no one really think he got asthma. Like they be in the comment, like, "Damn, is he alright?"
Is he alright? Hey, yo, shout out to Itai Zuku. Tell him what you got going on virtual slap boxing. You know, where we at with that, John?
This isn't even my show, but I'm in charge of it for some reason now. But virtual slap boxing, this is a show that we're doing where we're going to be putting 2 characters against each other. It's going to be like where we're comparing their stats to each other. So it's not just a versus fight, but it's a presentation of a character's abilities alongside with scans, and then collectively we're going to come up with an opinion on who we think would win, and then at the end we're going to do a little debate too, just for the fun. But virtual slap boxing, it's coming soon. It's going to be a really dope show. I think everyone's going to like it. It's going to be something a little different than what's already out there. You know, it's definitely not going to be the flavor of the month. It's going to be a high quality production. And yeah, so our first fight, we're doing Jimmy Neutron versus Invader Zim, which might sound silly, but like these characters have some crazy feats. And it's an interesting matchup. So we're going to be on there breaking it down for you. You're going to hear about all kinds of feats. If you didn't know that Jimmy
they can't like blow up a planet or nothing though.
Jimmy is planetary. Oh my goodness. Did you know that? Man. Jimmy Neutron claps Dragon Ball verse low key. But
trying to end the show early.
Hey, virtual slap boxing coming real soon. Craig, Zelno Bell, Alia Sensei, tell them about what it sounds like tomorrow, 7 p.m. What can we get into for that? Yes,
all
sir.
Right, tomorrow, 7 p.m. It sound like we got me and a couple of my bros. We're gonna resume the lyrical tournament tomorrow. We got Eminem versus Andre 3000. We got J. Cole versus Lil Wayne. We got Benny the Butcher versus Joey Badass. And last but not least, it's Method Man versus Jid. So, you know, tune in with us. And I'm gonna let y'all know who's a better rapper, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Hollywood Sensei.
Yeah, man. Lyricist tournament, Blerd Cartel. You know, you already know Sensei of the Blerd Cartel. Lyricist tournament tomorrow. I mean, what it sound like? We got Friday night you know what I mean, on Friday, you know. And then Monday we back at you. And then Monday we back at you with the locker room, man. First episode was lit. Episode 2, we got some topics for you. Shit gonna be crazy.
Oh, that's Nigga Chan.
Nigga Chan. Yes, it's Nigga Chan. Any women in the comments, feel free. This is not we're not bashing women. nothing like that. We just giving our perspective as being the other side of things. So if y'all in the comments, we will respect your comments. We will read out your comments. We will answer your comments. And, you know, we just in the locker room, you know, just enjoy us. But last but not least, Monterey Hudson, what you got going on?
Man, Monterey, you know, we're getting started with this show. I've been struggling with a name, but I think I finally got one. The show is going to be called Make It Make Sense. And I'm basically going to take the wildest posts. We're going to take all these comments. We're going to take all these sayings that lunch of the rappers, all the people in the anime section, all the people even in the video games. That's something I know we've been missing. We take all of these claims, we take all these posts, all these events, and we're going to try to make sense of them. We're going to try to get to the truth of them and see what they're saying. So, you know, it's going to be a little something. You know, I got some hot stuff coming. We're going to try to keep it going. We're going to try to get started within the next few weeks. But, hey, we'll have something special for y'all to see.
You know, main spot can't hit, aka. You know, we on Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, Reddit. Find us wherever you want. Blerd Cartel all day, every day. We post daily, all platforms. We on the shows. Shit, we got a show damn near 5 days a week going on right now. But appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate everybody watching. Like, share, subscribe, and then for notifications on the YouTube, get the YouTube popping, just like the Facebook popping, just like Twitter's popping, just like the TikTok popping, everything's popping. What it sound like tomorrow, 7 p.m. Friday night, your Friday, 8 p.m. We ain't got nothing on the weekends. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? Mo Lowery, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you hanging out, talking shit. We was talking about Dragon Ball Z influencer Big Three and when the black culture and when the how to support independent media. You know what I'm saying? We independent media. We appreciate y'all for appreciating us. Subscribe to the page. Send some stars. Send some subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Follow Mo Lowery's channel. Buy his comic. You know what I'm saying? All that shit will be at.
Follow his Twitch.
Follow his Twitch. Will be on Blerd.
So we'll be trouble, that's why it's hard for me to promote my pages, man. I'll say some shit and get taken off. So most like, man, they didn't. Blerd Cartel said it's over here, but I can't find Buddy page. You can just Google Mo Lowery and hopefully.
I remember the
we ain't trying to zuck you.
Was taken off on Facebook, bro. That shit was crazy. Yeah, you got hacked. I was like, what the fuck? What happened to him? And then you transitioned to YouTube. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Internet.
But you know,
here today, going tomorrow.
We'll be here tomorrow. Check us out. Appreciate Mo Lowery coming on. Matter of fact, appreciate everybody coming on today. I'm saying full squad today. Shout out to everybody coming on. We'll see what it sound like tomorrow. Got the link tree. Saying we out for the night. So just like support your black independent social media people. So that's us.
Support black businesses. Support black creators.
Support black businesses. All that. So
shout out to Briarlands, man. Boy,
shout out to Briarlands. Shout out to Blerd Entertainment. Support all them. Support Then and Now podcast. Support Briarlands, Stan Thomas, Otis East. They got a comic book out. Support them. So you know what I'm saying. Support Craig. He's working on the grill. Allegedly, he got the plates. I need that plate. So just like
we gonna keep it going. Okay. We don't want
I just wanted the plate. Oh man, I just wanted the plate. But you know, appreciate y'all. We out of here.
Put that spatula down. Oh my
bad. Put that spatula down.
Okay.